This is Max Uas, and welcome to my business. You're watching this video because you were looking for a way to make some money in a franchise. And just to give you a little heads up about me, I'm a small business owner. I've been running a business now for about 10 years. I've been very successful. I've got a bunch of cool trophies and stuff, and great deals. And this is my office that I operate out of. And I'm actually I just want to share some interesting facts with you about franchise businesses and some things that you need to know before you start a franchise business. And not just that, I'm actually going to go over a really cool system that I think could help you if you are an aspiring entrepreneur. So stay tuned, and I want you to think about this next clip. Be right back. The online world in and of itself has become a bit of a let's just put it this way. In the last 10 years, I know it's changed a lot of things. It's changed a lot of things for different businesses. It's changed a lot of things for a lot of companies. And if you're looking to get into a normal type of business, you know what I mean? Depending on what it is, you're going to have to kick out a whole lot of money in general. You know, the franchises can cost you anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple $100,000 to potentially well over $1 million, and that's without a guarantee that you're actually going to make any money. And part of the reason that I'm shooting this video is because I just want to just give you if you've never actually ran a franchise for yourself before, you should kind of understand the risks involved. And obviously there are some benefits because you hear about it all the time. There are people that make a ton of money with franchises. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain franchises that are almost guaranteed to succeed, and there are other ones that you see them, they open up, and a couple minutes later or a couple months later, they're gone, because that's just usually how businesses run. Now, if you don't have a lot of experience running a business, but you've always wanted to run a business, just a couple things that you should know. Like, you're going to have to pay, besides the franchise fee to buy the franchise, you're actually going to have to get a building. You're going to have to get some retail space or some commercial space, which, depending on where you live, it can cost you a couple grand, a couple grand a month. Then you're going to have to get, obviously you're going to have to hire managers, employees, payroll. You're going to have to do payroll. You're going to have to hire an accounting firm to do all your paperwork for you, because that's actually where a lot of people screw up, because they don't actually get an accounting firm to do their books for them. They try to do it all themselves, and that can really screw things up. You're going to have to get insurance. You're going to have to get phones. You're going to have to get internet. You're going to have to get cable. You're going to have to get trash services, and and depending on what kind of franchise you run, if you run a restaurant, you're going to have to get grease disposal, which is crazy in and of itself. And there's just a lot of extra fees that you may or may not even know about, plus insurance, plus all the other stuff. And depending on what the initial investment is, like, obviously you're going to end up spending a lot more than what you initially think. And to tell you the truth, most businesses, when they first open up, you're not automatically profitable. You're operating in the red. You're operating in the red for a few months, potentially a few years. And some businesses, the ones that make it, obviously end up operating in the black, where they're profitable. But unfortunately, a lot of them, never get out of the red. They're constantly operating in the red. And and I've seen a lot of businesses. I mean, I've been in business for myself now for 10 years, and in that time, because we deal with a lot of different business owners and a lot of different companies, corporations, restaurants, builders, properties, commercials, whatever. I've seen a lot of companies that were ran by great people that unfortunately didn't get the right training, or the right, didn't have the right work ethic. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for it. A lot of times with a brick and mortar business, your location has a lot to do with your success. Your advertising um, just a lot of everything, and it's something to think about before you sign that contract and before you buy that franchise and before you spend all that money to buy the name and use basically use somebody else's model to succeed. Now, the real reason that I'm shooting this video is that I'm gonna tell you a little story. Like, I've been running and operating my own small business now for almost 10 years, and my business is very profitable. I mean, last year we did close to a little over $200,000 in sales, which is great. You know what I mean, for a small business to say that, like, but at the same time, I do have overhead, and I do have inventory, and I forgot to even put that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to buy inventory, or at least you got to pay for inventory. And whereas we brought in a bunch of money, a lot of it went back out into the business. And besides that, like, when I first started my own business, I was single. I didn't. I had all the time. I was always an entrepreneur. I always wanted to run and manage my own business, but at that time I had a lot more free time, and I didn't really care about a social life or anything else like that. I just wanted to run a business and make a lot of money, and I did, but over time, I got married, I had one. Now I have 3 children, and it boiled down to this, to where when I was single, working 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week wasn't really a big deal, because I didn't have anybody else depending on me. I could just kind of do whatever I wanted, and I worked. I love to work. Whereas now it's like I have a family at home, and because of that, I don't want to, work 60, 70, 80 hours a week, away from my family, away from my kids. So about a year ago, I got into about a year and a half ago, and depending on when you're watching this video, it could be a little bit longer. But I got into online marketing, and at first it was a little difficult, which is normal for any type of business. But eventually, after a couple of months, I ended up meeting some really amazing people. I met the right people who actually showed me the system that they were using, and the system is basically, the way they put it, and from what I've found, is that it is literally the first plug and play online business franchise. So if you're looking for a business franchise, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to work, 70, 80 hours a week, and basically never see your family and never see your kids for the first couple of years of you running and managing your own business, this is something that you might want to look at, because the initial investment is way less than what most franchises are. And all you've really got to do is basically plug into the system, get all in, and advertise. The reason you're watching this video is because, I know how to market, thankfully, because I was trained by the right people. But the reason you're watching this video is because you're looking to franchise anyway. Now, after I shoot this, I'm going to show you a couple results from some of the people that are using this system. And I mean, there are people that are using this system that are making a couple extra $100, a couple extra $1,000. I've seen people, pulling in $10,000 a month, close to 6 figures, and there are a couple people that are actually 7-figure earners with this system. And if that's not, results not typical, and the reason I'm telling you that is because not everybody's going to succeed in business. Not everybody works. Some people just, buy a business and they expect it to work automatically, you know what I mean? And they don't actually show up for their businesses. Businesses fail all the time. But the opportunity in this business is, compared to the initial investment and compared to like the work and everything that you got to put into it, is beyond what anything else is, as far as a brick and mortar business, and you don't have to basically manage people all day and micromanage people all day and watch your employees and worry about who's stealing money out of your register, or potentially, like, jacking people's credit cards from your business, or walking out the back door with your money. At the same time, it's I know a buddy of mine who owned a bar at one time, and his bar basically shut down because he stopped being there 24/7, and when he wasn't there, the bartenders were giving out free drinks and passing out bottles, and instead of putting money into the register, we're putting it into their pocket. I had a neighbor of mine who owned a sandwich place, and same kind of thing, and the employees were giving out free sandwiches and free stuff, and it's unfortunate, because good people, especially, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, you don't want to get stuck into a situation to where you're now forced to shut down your business because you're not there all the time, and with an online business, you can basically, if you're watching this, I don't know what time you're watching this. You could be watching this at 9 a.m. You could be watching this at 1 p.m. You could be watching this at 3 in the morning. My business is always working. My business is always on. My business is, always operating, and I don't have to be online 24/7 to make a sale. I don't have to be there 24/7 to, handle customers. I've got a support team for that. I've got a team that I work with that does that for me. And that's just one of the benefits to this. So all I'm going to tell you is this: is that basically, if you want to make money online, and if you're looking for a franchise, a digital franchise, and maybe this wasn't exactly what you were initially looking at, but it's something worth looking at, because pros and cons, the pros to this far outweigh any of the cons, and this is something where actually, if you were to now continue on, and let's just say you really wanted that brick and mortar franchise, you really wanted that gym, or you really wanted that cleaning service, or you really wanted that, sandwich place or restaurant or bar or, concrete, who knows? I mean, there's so many franchises out there. You can actually use this system to market your business and actually bring in more traffic and bring in more customers and have people know you on a little bit of a better level. So anyway, just do me a favor, when now that this is all basically over, click the link below. I'm going to introduce you to the guys that created the system, and they're going to explain to you exactly what this does. And if you're interested, let's lock arms, let's make some money together. I love working with people. I love the online. I mean, I love my offline business, but the whole reason I got into the online business was so that I could actually spend more time with my family. And my goal for the end of this year is to actually legitimately shut down my offline business so that I can work from home 24/7 and spend more time with my kids and be a better father and be a better husband, and still bring in the same amount of money that my offline business was bringing for me. So click the link below. This is Max Juhas. You can see a little bit more about this at thatbloggingthing.com. Or you can check me out at EBD Marketing or EmpowerMax.biz. I mean, I've got a bunch of different things going on, a bunch of different online sites that I operate. But I look forward to working with you. And click the link below. Enter your information so that we can send you all the information about this. And we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? This is Max Juhas, and I'm going to go over some of the results that people have been having with this system, because you might still be a little bit confused. So we have plenty of people here making 4 and 5-figure commissions. Some people are pulling down well over huge 6-figure amounts. I'm just going to keep showing you here. This guy right here, a little over $100,000 so far. 345,000 with the system. Total income earned is 612,000. Now, once again, results are not typical. If you want to basically, I'm going to put it all in underneath here for you to check out the results. But the results are not typical. Some people make money, some people don't. But some people earn some decent money. Some people pull down some better money, and some people, are bamming it out there. Sarita here earned $13,000 last week with this system, and this is the system that we're all using right now. And it really is. It is a digital franchise system. So with that, I'm going to get back to the rest of the video.